The Luna Rossa prototype was conceived, designed and built at the Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli base, and it is a highly innovative and complex project from an engineering and technological point of view, which adopts experimental solutions in every sector and latest generation materials.
Questo scafo è stato realizzato e concepito e progettato non solo con l'obiettivo del pure performance, ma soprattutto per darci la possibilità di fare lo sviluppo di cui abbiamo bisogno.
Tiriamo fuori la barca e poi avremo un incontro per capire quanto ci manca ancora per andare in acqua, speriamo pochissimi giorni.
E l'LQ12 è una barca che può progettare, sviluppare e costruire sotto il controllo del team.
This is the Sailing World on Water for October 21st, 2022. Here are highlights of the global sport released in the last 7 days. An ultralight onshore breeze at the 44 Cup Portoroz World Championship should have made for a straightforward opening day to the high-performance One Design's pinnacle event of the season. In fact, it demonstrated how the nimble RC44 can race meaningfully in practically no wind, but still scores were high with all 8 teams suffering at least one big result.
The 44 Cup fleet has returned to Slovenia for the penultimate event of the 2022 season, the 44 Cup Portoroz World Championship. With the fleet being as competitive as ever and a light forecast for the week, a nail-biting tactical battle is expected.
You know, World Championships is a very special regatta, you know, so it adds a little bit more pressure to the teams and for everyone, and everyone will be sailing fast and the teams will be very even, I imagine, so it's going to be the little differences. There's certainly some teams that are like Aleph and Serif and Artemis, and you know, there's a lot of teams that perform very well in the light air, so they're going to be pretty hard to beat, but you know, we'll just try and do our best and see what happens.
Christmas starts with strong momentum in this World Championship after consecutive wins in the last 2 events. At the same time, the local heroes on CREF are leading the 2022 44 Cup comfortably. The opening day of the World Championship, though, was tricky for everyone, with teams struggling for consistent results in the light sea breeze on Piran Bay. Artemis Racing got the first bullet of the championship, with Black Star on their new boat second. In the second race, it was the turn of Nico Punz's Charisma to come out on top, while Aleph Racing won the third and final race. This bullet got the French team to the top of the leaderboard at the end of the opening day, with Charisma, CREF and Team Aqua tied just 2 points behind.
It's super long way, so don't even look at the leaderboard now. Just take every day as it comes. We know there are going to be another 3 days like this. Plenty of racing, 9 more racing in this wind. Everybody can win. So we're happy to come out of the first day with no big damage. So we're still in the regatta, and we'll take one day and one race at a time.
Stay tuned for tomorrow when 3 more races are scheduled.
Lighter winds on day 21 make for a great day off the Barcelona coastline for Alinghi Red Bull Racing. As a campaign cost reduction measure, CORD has mutually agreed to cooperatively implement a centralized reconnaissance program for all teams for the reconnaissance of all competitors' AC-75 yachts, AC-40 yachts and LEQ-12 yachts, including both on-land and on-water imagery, the Joint Recon Program. Each team is assigned a two-person recon unit to follow their every on-water move, but it's not that simple. The cameras are supplied and identical for all recon units. Drones are not allowed, and they can't get that close, plus following a boat and keeping a camera steady at 45 knots isn't that easy to begin with. Three races were completed today in the women's fleet, and 2 races were completed in the men's fleet at the 2022 ILCA 6 Women's and Men's World Championships.
So, day 5 of the ILCA 6 World Championships, and Peter Bernard has the chance to close the deal in the men's. For the women's, it's the second day of finals and 3 races forecast in stronger sea breeze. It's going to be a day of endurance.
is Josefin Olsson from the Swedish national team. I'm the silver medalist from Tokyo Olympics. Yeah, for me it's the first regatta basically, so it's been really tough. A lot of racing in the past 2 days. We have ended up with really good racing, I would say, but tricky conditions, shifty, hiking, yeah, tough.
We have a new Ilka 6 world champion. 2 bullets today was enough to secure the worlds with a day to spare for Peter Bernard. However, the women's competition is still very much up for grabs, although Anne-Marie moves one step closer to that with a great performance in the 3 races sailed today. It was a strong sea breeze, it was a short chop, and it was a shifty day. 2 more races tomorrow if we can get the final race in before the cut-off time.
A light to medium Mistral breeze delivered 4 high-intensity races on Day 5 of the 2022 Formula Kite World Championships in Cagliari, Sardinia. The wind was blowing offshore from Portoroz Beach at 8 to 11 knots, making the racing an altogether more tactical challenge than the previous day of high-speed survival.
2 match points are defending world champion from France, Théo de Ramacourt.
Good luck to all of you this afternoon.
Portoroz Beach saved the best for last. Strong offshore wind, big waves kicking up on the final day really set us up for the medal series. The way the medal series works, any of the top 10 in the men or the women could go on to win the World Championship outright. It's just the further down the field you are, the higher the mountain you had to climb on the final day. So we had 8 riders split into 2 4-rider semi-finals in the men. Out of those, we saw Axel Mazzella and the outgoing world champion Théo de Ramacourt get through to the final later on in the afternoon. In the women, it was 2 British riders that fought their way through. Ellie Aldridge and Katie Dabson would go through to the women's final. In that women's final, unfortunately for the British, they just couldn't match the speed of Lauriane Nolot from France and Daniela Moroz from USA. Nolot took an early lead until a crash near the windward mark saw Moroz surge past into a lead which she would never give up. She won the world title in her first and only race of the day, her 6th World Championship win for Moroz. Now in the men, it was the French that had gone through from the semi-finals up against Tony Vodicek and Max Mader. Vodicek only needed to win 1 race and he was well on his way until a crash in the first race. Max Mader surged past, took a race win, put him on level pegging, even scores with his arch rival Vodicek. So who would hold their nerve for the next one? Well, Max Mader was looking good until he had a crash. Vodicek surged through, he ends up winning that race, wins his first ever world title. So first time celebrations for Tony Vodicek, 6th time celebration for Daniela Moroz. 2 very worthy world champions that have tested them in all conditions here on Portoroz Beach in Cagliari, Sardinia. The perfect end to an amazing season of kite foiling in 2022. We look forward to even higher and faster in 2023.
A 3-minute interview follows each on-water day, and teams must answer the recon unit's questions while trying not to give too much away. It's a raw, unedited view of the never-before-seen behind-the-scenes development of a team and their boat to win the oldest trophy in international sports. Riley seems to be on topic.
Yeah, my name's Riley Gibbs. I'm a trimmer on board American Magic.
Nice. Looks like you guys had a really good, smooth day out there. Can you just kind of walk us through it?
Yeah, fortunately, we're a little bit ahead of schedule on our number of days out sailing, and that's got a big thanks to do from all the shore team and everyone in their apartments here amongst the team. So really grateful to get out on the water in day 3.
Nice. It looked like you guys spent a good deal of time working on the mainsail where it attaches to main sheet. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yeah, what point in the day was this? Or?
Today?
Yeah, but earlier in the day, or?
It was on the water and prior to that.
Okay. Yeah, just I guess double checking. You know, obviously it's as everyone knows, we no longer have a boom on, so it's a new system on board, and just making tweaks every day.
Okay. This morning when they put the mast up, there was a lot of liquid coming out of the mast when they righted it. You know what that would have been?
No, I can't really comment on that.
Okay. So yesterday was a non-sailing day. The boat didn't come out of the shed. Can you walk us through what got done yesterday?
Yeah, fortunately all the guys, all the short team guys are really quite good at what they do, and we're kind of easing our way into this process as we're introducing a bunch of new sailors, including myself, into the sailing team, and we're trying to make the most of every single day. And that being said, when we do have a minute on the water, it's pretty much absolute gold at the time being. So just making sure the boat's all sorted, ready to go, and kind of double and triple checking as much as we can.
And tomorrow is a non-sailing day, so that was decided. Can you tell us what the plans are to get done tomorrow?
Yeah, it's kind of synonymous with the last couple of days. We've had a day on, maintenance day, another day, and so on. But we'll be back out in 2 days likely.
Okay, well, I think that'll do it.
Thank you.
With a race lost on Friday at the 44 Cup Portoroz World Championship, to recoup the schedule 4 races were held on Saturday. The race area was further offshore with the nearby medieval town of Piran as an eye-catching backdrop in one direction, with another headland to weather strongly affecting the light breeze, causing it to shift frequently between the south and southwest.
On the penultimate day of the 44 Cup Portoroz World Championship, there was a light breeze shifting back and forth between the south and southwest. Defending world champion Chris Bake arrived last night to take over the wheel of his Team Aqua. He promptly steered her to victory in the first race. Team Aqua's performance today was such that it elevated her to 3rd place overall.
The class is always really competitive, so we say it every time. It gets tighter and tighter and closer, but the point spread must be pretty tight right now, and multiple boats on even points. So as we go into the last day tomorrow, it's going to be really tight. So we got a bit of fight tomorrow.
Nico Poons on Charisma, leader of this World Championship since the first day, 44 Cup leader Igor Laurent Siref, and John Bassadonis Peninsula Racing won the other 3 races of the day. However, in classic 44 Cup fashion, all 8 boats remain capable of reaching the podium tomorrow, and in particular just 5 points separate 3rd place Team Aqua from Team Nika in 7th.
Conditions were really tricky. I mean, really hard to pick up one side and to collect the right shifts. It will be interesting tomorrow. A lot of boats can have a chance for a podium position. Obviously the first 2 guys had a great championship and they have a good lead. Well, I guess we just need to sail a little bit better.
Charisma starts the final day in the lead, but just 5 points ahead of Siref, in turn 8 points clear of Team Aqua. With potentially 24 points on the table, it promises to be a nail-biting finish to this championship. Don't miss it.
Oman Sail will host the Arab Sailing Championship 2022, taking place from 11 to 15 October 2022 at Barcelo Messana Resort. Returning for the first time since 2019 in Egypt, expected sailors from 14 countries across the region will compete over 5 days, which are Bahrain, Egypt, Jordan, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Morocco, Palestine, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Tunisia and the UAE. The GWA Wingfoil World Cup Tarifa was the penultimate event in this 5-stop season of the GWA Wingfoil World Tour. The final climax will run at Taiba in Brazil, 16 to 20th of November. 48 men and 15 women registered to participate in Tarifa last week, with a very promising Levante wind forecast. The action really delivered with incredible performances from all of the top athletes.
Good morning everybody and welcome to day 3 here in Tarifa. As you can see behind me, the Levante is really starting to blow and we're off to an early start. Going out on the water, we have semi-final of the ladies and we still have Nia Suarez and Paula Novotna out there. If Paula wins this event, she will be world champion.
We have a new world champion, Paula Novotna!
I've been working hard for this. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's happening. I'm a world champion!
Things were heating up in the men's division. The young bloods were coming up and we started the day in round 3. Runner-up at the last round in Lanzarote, French 17-year-old Malo Grenollers was on fire from the start, landing an unreal frontside 7 in round 3, scoring 9.5 points, the highest scoring trick of the day. Malo then came face to face with Chris McDonald Jr. in round 5, a real defining moment in the competition with 2 young riders leading the charge at the top of the sport. Malo won in the closest heat of the day. Tour leader Goyito Estrada was outset by Tituan Galea in another close round 5 heat, a big blow for the multiple windsurfing world champion. Tituan, a world champion and inspiration to many in this sport, then came unstuck against the 15-year-old Xavi Cor, who is himself a newly crowned under-16 GWA Youth World Champion in both the surf freestyle and surf slalom disciplines. The final was a takeover by the new generation. Xavi Cor and Malo Grenollers are the perfect example of how quickly these teenage riders are innovating this young sport. In the final moments, Malo went from a frontside 3 to secure a 5.23, but it was just not enough as Xavi went all in with a massive frontside 7 to seal the deal, scoring an 8.37 and making him the official winner of the GWA Wingfoil World Cup in Tarifa.
I'm so stoked. I've been doing this all my life and I'm so happy. I can't express myself. So strong out there. I was struggling out on the 3, but I got my tricks down and I'm just so happy, and well done to Malo because he really got me pushing me, because he was always my star when I was training.
It's all to play for Brazil next month for the finals.